For over 2 decades, Abu Obaida was a ghost, a masked voice, a symbol of Hamas's resistance, his identity fiercely guarded. He was more than just a spokesperson, he became the faceless embodiment of a movement, a figure whose very presence was shrouded in secrecy and myth. His rare appearances, always behind a red keffiyeh, turned him into a myth, fueling both hope and fear. To supporters, he was a symbol of unwavering resistance. To opponents, a reminder of the movement's elusive and unpredictable nature. This mystery was his power, making him seem untouchable and omnipresent. The uncertainty surrounding his identity allowed him to transcend the role of a single man, becoming a legend that loomed large over the conflict. But now, Hamas has confirmed his death, shattering that illusion. The announcement sent shockwaves through both supporters and adversaries, ending years of speculation about his fate. The unmasking of Abu Obaida is more than the loss of a leader. It's the collapse of a carefully crafted legend. The revelation of his face and name strips away the aura of invincibility that once surrounded him. Revealing his face and name in death marks a dramatic shift for Hamas, exposing vulnerability and signaling a possible strategic pivot. It forces the group to reconsider how it projects power and maintains unity. For years, his anonymity was a weapon. His voice inspired, recruited, and intimidated. His statements could rally crowds or unsettle adversaries, all while his true identity remained hidden. Now, with his identity revealed, Hamas loses a potent tool in its information war. The psychological edge of the unknown is gone, and the group must adapt to a new reality. The myth is gone. The man is mortal. The legend that once inspired fear and loyalty has been replaced by the reality of loss and vulnerability. This moment forces Hamas to confront a future without its most enigmatic icon. The organization must grapple with the emotional and strategic consequences of his absence. The organization must now rebuild its narrative and morale, facing a world that is seen behind the mask. The challenge ahead is not just about leadership, but about restoring the sense of invulnerability that Abu Obaida once represented. Abu Obaida's death is a turning point, both for Hamas and for the conflict's psychological landscape. The era of the masked spokesman is over, and the impact of his loss will echo far beyond the battlefield. In August 2025, Israel announced that Abu Obaida, the elusive Hamas spokesperson, had been killed in a targeted airstrike. The world watched as images of destruction filled the news, but the story was far from over. Hamas, however, refused to confirm or deny the claim. Their silence was deafening, fueling speculation and uncertainty across the region. For 4 long months, Abu Obaida's fate remained shrouded in mystery. Rumors spread like wildfire on social media, and anxious supporters scoured every headline for answers. But this was not a sign of confusion or disarray. Instead, it was a deliberate and calculated strategy, orchestrated behind closed doors. Had Hamas immediately confirmed the loss, it would have devastated their supporters, and handed Israel a major propaganda victory. By holding back, Hamas bought time to prepare its followers, shape public perception, and decide when and how to reveal the truth on their own terms. The official admission finally came in December, bundled with news of other senior losses, making the blow less isolating and more manageable. This timing was no coincidence. It was carefully chosen to coincide with Netanyahu's high-profile visit to the U.S., aiming to shift the diplomatic conversation and disrupt Israel's narrative. By finally admitting their losses, Hamas projected an image of resilience and transparency, signaling to their followers that even in defeat, they would not hide from the truth. This calculated silence and carefully timed confession reveal a sophisticated grasp of information warfare, where perception can be as important as reality. In the fog of conflict, when to tell the truth can be just as powerful and just as strategic as the truth itself. Abu Obaida's death is a psychological shock for Hamas and its supporters. He was more than a leader. He was the embodiment of resistance, his anonymity making him legendary. Now, the myth is pierced. Even icons can fall. Operationally, his loss leaves a void in Hamas's command and its public image. For followers, hope is replaced by harsh reality, and morale takes a hit. Hamas will try to recast him as a martyr, using his story to inspire new recruits. But the challenge is real. Rebuilding faith after the myth is gone. The future depends on whether Hamas can turn this loss into renewed resolve. As news of Abu Obaida's death broke, Netanyahu arrived in Washington for crucial talks on Gaza's future. Hamas's announcement wasn't random, it was time to shape the international conversation. For Netanyahu, the confession is proof of Israel's military success, a card to play with US leaders. But Hamas's openness also signals resilience, complicating the narrative of simple victory. The world now sees a battered but unbroken adversary, not just a defeated one. This forces Washington to consider diplomacy, not just military solutions. Hamas's move ensures its voice is heard at the highest levels. The narrative is no longer black and white. Netanyahu must now navigate a story his adversary helped rewrite. Alongside the leadership confession, Hamas revealed the existence of the Shadow Unit, a clandestine force operating in the shadows, rarely seen or spoken about in public. This secret cell was specifically tasked with the mission of hiding Israeli captives, ensuring they remained undetected by any outside force. Their most effective tactic was to use fake protests as a cover, blending their operations seamlessly into the chaos of public demonstrations. In the confusion and noise of these staged demonstrations, captives were quietly moved south, hidden in plain sight among the masses. Israeli surveillance, heavily reliant on advanced technology and aerial monitoring, was effectively blinded by the overwhelming volume of people on the ground. The Shadow Unit turned human shields into a living cloak of invisibility, outsmarting even the most sophisticated intelligence networks. This elaborate deception allowed Hamas to keep their captives hidden for months, maintaining critical leverage over their adversaries. Released captives later confirmed these tactics, exposing a significant and previously unknown gap in Israeli intelligence operations. The remaining captives are now Hamas's most valuable bargaining chips, central to ongoing negotiations and future exchanges. The Shadow Unit's success is not just a tactical win, but also a psychological and strategic victory for Hamas. Their methods have already changed the rules of the conflict and will undoubtedly shape the next phase of negotiations and warfare in the region. These confessions mark a crossroads for the conflict. Abu Obaida's death shows Hamas's vulnerability, but the Shadow Unit's success proves its cunning. Israel faces a dilemma: continue military pressure or negotiate for the captives' release. For Hamas, the captives are leverage for survival and relevance. The organization must adapt, turning loss into a new narrative of resistance. The fate of the captives is now central to any future settlement. Both sides must weigh strength against weakness, war against diplomacy. The next chapter for Gaza will be written by how they respond to these revelations.